in the back.
So much harder to be in relationship with a real one than it is to be with a fraud. It's just hard because someone who holds you accountable to who you say you want to be, someone who recognizes your potential, but meets you where you are, someone who wants your vulnerability. Like, I want to know how you think. I want to know why you made the choices you made. It requires a level of intimacy that you never have to do when you're just trying to see if someone's cheating.
101.3 ROE FM. Caller, you there?
You.
What going on?
Wait, hold on. When you just pick up the phone, I heard birds chirping in the back. What did the chirp say, yo, too? What the birds say chirp?
Yeah, they that was me.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my Snow White. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of nature.
Yeah, what going on, my guy?
All right, so I wanted to tap in on the topic, right? So I'll make this concise as possible. So basically, I think the problem comes in that a lot of people ask for things that they're not ready for, right? So they spend a lot of time wanting things, but they spend a lot less time seeing if they're ready for it, if and when they receive it, right? So that's like, let me give you an example. Majority of lottery winners, they've been playing the lottery for a long time, and they want to win the lottery. When they win it, they end up going broke. That's because they knew that they wanted the money. They didn't know what to do with it once they received it. So if you want a real man, a real woman, all these things, all these qualities, you need to be preparing yourself for them when you receive it, so you don't either mess that up, self-sabotage, or lose them.
Right.
Because it requires things of you to have a person of that caliber, and if you're not ready, you will not know how to receive them or deal with them. Stop spending time worrying about where they are, where's my king, where's my queen, and start focusing on yourself. Because when you start getting yourself ready and preparing yourself mentally and fixing yourself and healing and doing the work, somebody like that will come. It may not be the first person that comes to you, but at least by then you'll have discernment, because you know what you can handle and what you can deal with. You know what healthy looks like. We need to stop worrying about where is and start wondering, where am I?
Say that one more time.
Yeah.
That was a bar.
Right.
We need to stop wondering where is and start wondering, where am I? Where are you in your journey? That's what you need to ask.
Exactly.
Had to drop a couple bombs on that, Ja.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Now, do you feel like she explained that? Do you feel like a person that isn't looking for that type of relationship a fraud, or they know where they want to be at in a certain relationship? Because does each relationship have to be that deep?
No, there are people who aren't looking for that, right? But they buck up on that person. And a lot of the times, that's when people fumble the bag, quote unquote, right? Because you weren't ready, you weren't looking. And if you find somebody when you're not ready like that, and you're not ready to receive them, you're still in a broken place and stuff, you're going to mess it up, right? So when they come along, unless you recognize it, like this is somebody that I need to be right for, they deserve it, and you start making those changes, you know who ends up hurt? That person.
Right.
So that's what we don't talk about, right? You notice that she talked about what she went through, how hard it was for her. You see that? But while that person is dealing with you and your brokenness, who's really being hurt?
The other person. Yeah.
Why we don't talk about that? Oh, it was so difficult for me. Notice the person who's dealing with you is the one that has to struggle through these communication issues, struggle through all these trauma and vulnerabilities that you're still dealing with, and you didn't deal with from before, which is your responsibility.
Exactly.
That's nobody else's responsibility. Why are we always, what about me? We do that too often.
So I guess which party has to be more, I don't know if patient is the word, because you're saying it could hurt the person that's giving it. It could maybe possibly hurt the person or stress the person that is receiving. What do you think it is? Or do you feel like the unbalance is the unbalance and both are in a dangerous position?
Okay, so when you're in a damaged place and you're used to trauma and unhealthy relationships, chances are you're going to hurt somebody else if you're the healthy person coming into a broken person's life, you're going to end up the most damaged.
Right.
And of course, it requires more patience because that person doesn't understand what it requires to deal with them. People in those situations, right, they usually lack self-awareness. They usually are bad at communicating. They usually respond badly to like feedback and criticism and stuff like that. So, of course, it's the healthy, well, let me not say sick. It's the more healthier person, the person that's farther along in their healing journey, that suffers worse. But if you notice again, is that what she talked about? No. How hard it was. Oh, it was so difficult for me. Girl, This is your trauma. You take like saying, like, okay, another example. You know how people talk about they're struggling with mental illness?
Yeah.
Why don't we ever talk about their loved ones or people that are close to them, what they struggle with? Because it's not just you that struggle with mental health issues, you know. Right. It's the people around you.
Right. Your
loved ones struggle too. When you're depressed and bipolar and all of that stuff and you're lashing out and you're doing this stuff, so your loved ones, they're not going through with you?
Yeah. No, they going through it and they have to accept you for where they at. So they have to take that pill that you dishing out, even with the grace of knowing that, you know what, this person ain't there yet. You know what, they ain't all the way there. They're dealing with certain things. So I got to take this. It could be downright abuse. You know what I'm saying? But I know that, you know, I'm with them. Yeah. So yeah, they go through it. The people around it affects too.
It affects them the worst. When you struggling at work and you bring that home, you're going to lash out that loved one if you're in an unhealthy place. Right. They're suffering from it also.
Absolutely. Adrena says, Ja and Raven finna be my therapist. So get how much you cost an hour, and then we're gonna figure it out.
Send the invoice.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to build you.
Yeah. Hey, well, give thanks for calling in, Ja.
You done now.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yes,
I'll be back in the chat.
All right. Peace.